It's great to see all of you all. Please stand as we Matt Valor sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. I'm Antoinette Hayes Triplett, the Chief Executive Officer for the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative. We want to make the program really short this morning so that we can get the program underway with providing the needed services for our homeless vets. I would like to take a minute to recognize our local state dignitaries and elected officials. Would you please stand? I also would like to recognize the staff and the board of the Tampa Hillsborough Homeless Initiative for the amazing work that you've done in helping put this together. Would you please stand? The purpose of Operation Reveille is simple. It is to end veteran homelessness. We bring together the community. Over 350 volunteers signed up. Probably an extra 50 or 60 didn't sign up that showed up today, so that's amazing. The goal is to end veteran homelessness as we know it today. There are 3 pillars to Operation Reveille: to rapidly rehouse those that are homeless, to develop partnerships across the country, and also develop a system of care so a vet will never sleep on the streets or an emergency shelter again. I want to recognize all of the veterans that are here today. I want to thank you for your service, because without you, we would not enjoy the freedoms and peace that we enjoy today. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate you. Thanks for all the hundreds of volunteers that have worked behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, for weeks and months in helping put this together. This takes a huge coordination by so many people, and I want to thank a couple of organizations and entities. I want to thank Hillsborough County and the Homeless Services Division for all of the help. Thank you, Felicia, and your staff. Also, I want to thank Vanessa McCleary and her staff for assisting with Operation Reveille as well. Thank you to the city. And some of our key partners, they're listed on the program, so I'll just move forward. I would like to thank Veteran Affairs, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, DEO. Also, our key partners on the ground that's doing this work every day. Operation Reveille is not just a one-day event, it's an everyday process to make sure veterans are not homeless. So I would like to thank Tampa Crossroads for leading the way and helping house homeless vets. Thank you, Sarah. Also, St. Vincent de Paul, ACTS, and also Catholic Charities. Thank you for every day of working to make sure veterans are not homeless. So let's just move into the program. Our first speaker will be a member of our board of directors and Commissioner Sandra Murman.
Thank you, Antoinette. And I want to thank that young man who sang. You are awesome. You need to be on American Idol or something. That was great. It really kind of got everybody fired up and inspired. So I want to thank all you volunteers. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Thank you. God bless you all for being here. I know this could be a day that you didn't have to work, but you're here helping with this important project to end veteran homelessness. And I want to again also thank the veterans. Veterans, stand up. Where are you? Thank you so much for your service, and thank you for attending this event. Veterans, volunteers, staff, everyone. It's a privilege to really be here and be surrounded by such caring folks. Today is about heart and soul. Operation Reveille, Veterans Day, this is where the rubber meets the road. It's where people are coming out here because they really care. And they care about getting our homeless off the streets, and especially our veterans who have served our country and who deserve respect and dignity. And the efforts today are going to ensure that the veterans don't have to live on the streets any longer, that they will get the services they need, that they don't have to be in emergency situations or in very dire circumstances and have to go to the streets. Just think about it. Someone having to live on the streets. You know, it's something I know none of us can imagine. But let's help them. And I want to tell you, the last 14 months have been an incredible journey. And I say this a lot, having the right leadership is critical. Antoinette, we brought her here 14 months ago. Without her leadership, starting Operation Reveille, we would not be here today for the second year. So thank you. And she has put this team together. And we are headed in the right direction. And you have the commitment from the public sector and the private sector to end homelessness veteran homelessness by the end of this year. The end of this year, we will be at ground zero. That's amazing. And last year, you know, we got off to such a great start. On the day we did this, our first time, we housed 53 chronic veteran homeless individuals. I know over the year we've housed more. I think 400 have been housed even since then. Today, again, we have 53 apartments ready for our homeless veterans to move into. It's amazing the work that has been done. Ashley Furniture couldn't do it without them. And guess what? Because of their leadership, Operation Reveille, we are becoming the leader in the nation now. People are calling us. And this is what we want Hillsborough County to be known for, that we care about people that live here. And no one should be without a home. So I just want to say we're not only housing homeless veterans, but we're ensuring that a well-coordinated effort, because the only way we keep them in these apartments is by having the services, having the right teams to help see them through, so hopefully they can get a job and be productive in our community again. And your work today, all of you volunteers, is going to really help make their lives much more comfortable. And we honor today all of our veterans and their service. Operation Reveille is one way for a lot of us to give back. And that's what is great as we head into this holiday season. We know our veterans have sacrificed so much, and we're sacrificing for them today. And this homelessness is not just a community problem. It does deserve the community response. We are responding today, and we are part of the solution. I thank you all for coming.
Please join me in welcoming Mayor Bob Buckhorn.
Before I talk, let me introduce one of the most that doesn't happen to me often, but that's good. Let me introduce one of the most special people here in this audience, Antoinette, Triplett's mom. Now we know where she got her drive from, so thank you for being here to support your daughter. To all of you, to General Austin, it's great to see you. Mrs. Austin, always a pleasure to see you as well. This is an exciting day for our community. As you heard from Commissioner Murman, this is a day where we get to honor those who have honored us by their service. You know, Tampa is, and make no mistake about this, Tampa is a military town. We are a tanker town, but we also are home to Central Command, U.S. Central Command, U.S. Special Operations Command, the 6th Air Mobility Wing, as well as a couple dozen other operations that are headquartered here at MacDill Air Force Base. We are the only base, I believe, in the world, General Austin, that is home to 2 combatant commands. And we are honored to be that city. We are honored, absolutely. This is a city that loves its military members. They are our friends, they are our neighbors, they are our sons and daughters, they are our husbands and wives, aunts and uncles. We see them in our community. It doesn't matter what color the camo. They are all part of one family, and they are part of our family as well. And we honor them every day for doing a job for us that we are not capable of doing for ourselves as civilians. Their sacrifice, particularly over the last 12 years, as we have been fighting terrorism all over the globe, has come at a high price, not just in treasure, but in blood and tears. And we are thankful that they are willing to do that, not asking for anything in return other than to get up the next day and do it again. And that is true of all the veterans that are here today, whether they are active duty or retired. This is a city that understands that we have a simple, fundamental moral obligation, and that is first and foremost to leave this city in better shape than it was given to us. But we also know, because we are a giving community, that we have an obligation to reach down and help people up along the way, particularly people who have served us and sacrificed for us. Who, but for the grace of God, could be us. Who perhaps have fallen on hard times, perhaps not of their own making. Who only need somebody to say, I care. Somebody to reach down and say, I'm with you. Somebody to have their wing, to watch their six. Somebody to who they know isn't going to leave them in a foxhole. That's what we do in this community. So we're here today, and we took up the president's challenge when he said it was our obligation as Americans to do better and to do more for these people who have served us, that nobody should be homeless, and particularly not those who have served their country and served their community and served their God. They have special privileges to get to the front of that line. So we took up that obligation. Mayors all over the country took up that obligation, and we said we will end veterans homelessness as we know it. And we joined with our community partners, and you see the list up here. You see the folks in this community who respond every time we call, but when we call for veterans, they say, put me in, sign me up. When Ron Wennick, who owns Ashley Furniture, heard we were doing this, he said, I'm all in, put me in. I'm going to house and I'm going to furnish an apartment for every one of these veterans that is homeless, not because it's good for me, but because it's good for them. So don't tell me we can't do better, and don't tell me we can't do more. There are dozens of other folks out there who need our help. There are people who may not have served our country, but they need our help. There are folks who, but for a hand up, could be productive citizens. They need our help. So this challenge is not just once a day, or once a year on Veterans Day. This challenge is every day. We've got an obligation to reach down and help people up. Because I tell you what, see these 4 little kids right here? And 1 big kid? 5? Oh, there's 5. Sorry about that. That's why I'm in politics, not a man. They're watching us. They're watching us. We need to show them the right path. And we need to show them that we do the right thing when we're called on. And we need to show them that it's not about them, it's about all of us collectively. And we need to be that role model for young people all over this country, and particularly in this city, that giving back makes a difference. That helping your fellow man or woman makes a difference. And helping the folks who have served us makes a difference. And being there in the breach when they're in tough times makes a difference. We need to show them, and today this community has risen to the challenge. We are making a difference. We are housing veterans. We are improving lives. And by extension, we are making this community the place that we know it can be. God bless all of you. Let's do more.
Please join me in welcoming U.S. General Lloyd J. Austin III, Commander of U.S. Central Command.